Bye.
Chicken fingers? Chicken tenders? I'm pretty sure that's what they call them.
I'm from Indiana. They say chicken fingers. Fingers or tenders? Tenders. Mostly fingers.
No, I heard tenders.
How about this finger?
Yeah.
By the way, can the guy in the Star Trek shirt up there, the middle-aged fella, can you hear us pretty good? Oh, good. I just felt like you were really bored. But now that you can hear me, it makes me happier.
Well, he's got Spock ears. He can hear everything. You should really ask someone who has got a perm and their pubes are muffling everything. All right.
But yeah, jumping with Michael, what about Guardians of the Galaxy? How did you feel about joining that right there?
Well, you know, as John said, I auditioned for Guardians of the Galaxy. I tested for the lead character that Chris Pratt got, and James Gunn. It's nice when you have friends in Hollywood. He tested me, and I didn't get the part, but I was up for it. So some friend, but no. Then he asked me like a year and a half later. He called me and said, "Hey, there's this character Martin X. He's one of the original Guardians. Now he's a Ravager. I want him to be in a couple of films. We'll start out small. We'll see where it goes." And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You'll be working with Sylvester Stallone." I'm like, "What?" So I was floored.
As long as he doesn't touch me.
Yeah, Stallone was just hilarious on set. I had all these dots on my face so they could CGI my face later. And he'd walk in and go, "What the hell is wrong with your face? You look like Pippi Longstocking. What's with all the dots? We're like Hansel and Gretel or something." I go, "It's because of CGI." I go, "I don't care what it is. You look ridiculous."
Geez, thanks, Sly.
But it was a great opportunity, and I look forward to hopefully being in the next one.
I have to say, that was a very good impression. Do you, by any chance, do impressions?
I do. That's like, I never thought I would amount to anything, so I used to sit in my room as a high school senior and memorize movies and quotes, and, you know, I still do that. But yeah, I would sit there and watch In the Line of Fire with John Malkovich. Did anybody see that? Nobody saw In the Line of Fire?
Clint Eastwood film. Well, Wolfgang Peterson directed it, but...
Was it Wolfgang Peterson?
But it is Clint Eastwood starring.
Yeah. It's like, "You have a rendezvous with mine." No, what you couldn't possibly know, Frank, is that they sent my friend, my comrade in arms to my home to kill me. I never lied to you, Frank, and I never will. So I would learn
John
these.
Malkovich for those.
John Malkovich, for those of you who know. And I would just do Christopher
Everybody's
Walken.
Googling who is
Christopher Walken, I was doing way back in the day, Spacey, before when you could do a Spacey impression. Owen Wilson, I don't know, it's like a real great group here. Who? Whoa!
Wow. No way.
I have to bring them back?
Why do I get the red one?
Because you're evil.
Because it's sweet.
It's about to go down, ladies and gentlemen. Dun, 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 dun. Womp. 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 Hadouken. Oh God. Double KO.
Stop hitting that! You're gonna break. You hit it hard. Serious?
Oh dang. Oh God. Do we have insurance real quick? No. Ladies and gentlemen, woo!
I didn't know my phone was in my back pocket. Well, you didn't know what you were gonna get.
He got out. He was like over there, like dumb.
Nope.
Hey, do we have any questions from fans too?
Yeah, let's go ahead and
Let's do it.
open it up. Mike's right there. Line it up. Nice questions. Go ahead.
Yep. Excuse me.
So, John, whenever you started in the Dynamite.
Louder.
How much of the character did you put into it personally yourself?
I put my all, 100%, man. Just game face. You got to do what you got to do for the team, and that was like a little out of breath. It was it was great. It was a lot of it. It was very much like when I met Jared, when we created the character, he knew that we had very similar backgrounds, and I basically channeled myself and my younger brothers from our high school years and middle school years, just like everything. It's really the younger brother of everyone, because he's always ticked off. The whole world is unfair, so it's like, just, I don't know, just that feeling of like, nothing's unfair, stop farting in my face, idiot.
By the way, he has moments of Napoleon, because I've traveled a lot with John. We went to Australia, and we were taking this plane for like an hour and a half somewhere, so a small flight. And he was watching a movie, and all of a sudden we're landing, and they turned off the movie. He goes, why would they even put this in here if you can't even watch the whole thing? Gosh. And I lost it. And he was like, what are you laughing at? He was so frustrated, and it just died.
I haven't seen the second Hunger Games, so I needed some closure. Jeez.
It was the Hunger. No.
Does she shoot the arrow some more, or what?
Oh,
who is it, Gail or Pita Chips? Whatever his name is.
I'm gonna take my shirt off in a minute. I'm hot.
It is hot.
I don't know if you want to see it. This guy right here just definitely does not want to see. You're like,
oh, I thought you were gonna
he
say
does that. I am out.
I am
Corpus Christi.
Go ahead.
Michael, before Smallville, the great Gene Hackman had already played the role of Lex Luthor three times. What was it like stepping into that role and trying to fill those shoes?
Ugh, who says he did?
I say he did.
What do you guys think?
Lex Luthor ever, right there.
Look at that. Maybe I should watch the show and change my mind.
Yeah, millions of people did. Hello.
I watched that show beginning to end at least once every year, and he's one of the reasons why.
Thank you, and do not say get a life. This man is my man. It's also my uncle, Ariel.
And his significant other is trying to drag him away. Apparently had more to say.
My time. So I will say,
what was it like filling those shoes? That's his legitimate question.
it was, well, look, I couldn't look at it like that. I said, to me, Gene Hackman is the best. That's my favorite of all time. So I didn't even try to compare. I just said, learn your lines, try not to get fired. And I didn't know, I thought they would fire me because I've never played a real evil character like that. I was always goofy roles. And I shaved my head, they shaved my head in the makeup trailer. And I remember she took the mirror so I could see the back of my head. And I go, holy shite. What is that giant matrix lump in the back of my head? She's like, I don't know. I think it's your occipital bone or something.
You're branded when you're a child.
I don't know what it was, but seeing myself bald, I felt like a different person, and it was easier to jump into character. I just felt like someone else. Kind of like my ex. Anyway, back to you.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hi. So my question's for Michael. I love your podcast, Inside of You. Just want to let you know
Thank
that.
you. Thank you.
So who's your favorite person that you've interviewed so far?
You know, by the way, she's talking about Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. It's free on iTunes, this podcast. The reason why I think you should listen to it, not to promote, because if you ask her or anybody, it's very honest and open, and celebrities talk about depression and anxiety and things that, just real stuff. Like Jennifer Love Hewitt was on, and she cried, and Zach Levi, who's playing Shazam, Stephen Amell was just on, Tom Welling, Kristen Bell, Karen Gillan. Who? Yup. And they come to my house in the basement, and we just sit there and have a real conversation. And I think you'd be surprised by the stuff we talk about. So I just love it. I'd say my favorite, they're all great. Jennifer Love Hewitt made me cry, though. She was so open that I honestly, teared up at her vulnerability. So it was cool.
Really quick follow-up question. When are you going to have any merchandise for that?
Very soon. We got coffee cups that says, thank you for letting me be inside of you. That's true. And shirts. And so.
We're supposed to take it seriously.
Soon. But it started out as a joke. I was just doing a podcast, and I was like, wait, I'm getting into real stuff and just saying whatever's on my mind. So thank you for listening.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sebastian. And
Seabass.
Yes. I have a question for you, Michael. You know how you said you were in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Yes?
Can you confirm if your character has survived Thanos' snap?
I definitely am alive.
Oh, the Thanos snap. Oh, okay.
I've survived. And James told me, and I just interviewed him on the podcast, and I said, so are these characters coming back?
Wait, what difference would it make? Black Panther didn't survive on Thanos snap, and I think they've already greenlit part 2 and part 3.
This isn't an argument.
Let's use our brains. Thanos means nothing.
Anyway, yeah, he says I'm absolutely coming back, so we'll see what happens.
And is Sylvester Stallone's character still alive?
Well, I hope so. You know, I like working with Sly.
And then just one more question, it's not movie related or nothing, but this is for both of y'all actually. Would y'all rather have finger-sized legs or leg-sized fingers?
Oh my Lord.
Either way, you're top heavy.
Yeah, you're falling down.
Thinking of balance.
Wait, are these fingers that you're standing on incredibly stable and strong?
No. Finger-sized legs, no way. I'd probably do leg-sized fingers.
Heck no, man. Have these giant fingers we can just poke people from 10 yards away?
Well, yes, but at least you can probably balance like finger-sized legs. You're just like walking around like.
It's true. And you couldn't pick your nose anymore. Yeah, forget what I said.
Oh, no, you have regular-sized fingers. Let's get into the
This
math.
guy, you're thinking about what would you do? You don't know what you do?
He was like, I would have leg-sized fingers and then cut them off. And then go back to status quo. Let him grow back, because that's what happens, right?
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Hey John, met you earlier.
Yeah.
By the way, Michael, loved your flash, it was awesome.
Thank you.
This question's for both of you, but it's also mostly for John. What I want to know is, have you guys ever seen yourself in a more dramatic role instead of a more comedic role?
Yeah, I thought Lex Luthor was pretty dramatic. Isn't it? There's nothing funny.
Well, that's why I said it's mostly towards you. Have you ever seen yourself in a more dramatic role than a more comedic role?
Yeah, I've done a little bit of drama, not a ton, but I think I can see myself in it. I mean, I just did a movie that was Candy Milo, who's one of the guests here. She was in it, and it was I played the lead amongst kind of a couple crazy characters, but I'm kind of like the dramatic center who's not very funny, and it was fun. It was very fun. I love doing drama. So I could see myself doing more. I'd like to.
Well, also like a horror movie, would you say?
I got to be careful when I say that thing, because everybody else is going to bring their screenplay over, and they're like, dude, this is like a killer duck, and he's terrorizing the pond.
We love horror movies. We watch them in my basement like every week. We have horror movie nights all the time, and we just discuss movies that you've never even heard of. So we love horror. So I definitely would love horror.
I love horror. Being in a horror, it depends on what's happening, I guess. Who I kill or who gets killed. I will never die in a film. It's part of my contract.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
This question's for John. What was your favorite scene to shoot in Napoleon Dynamite, and can you reenact it?
What was my favorite scene to shoot, and can I reenact it?
Can I guess which scene?
Sure.
Like the scene that you just love the most. I would say that's the scene when you smack Kip.
Well, I don't. Oh, you're talking about like when I'm like, I'll go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a fun one. I mean, I think my funnest to film. That's weird.
Say the dance?
I love the. No, I did not like doing the dance. Like, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was liberating, but it was also like Puke City. I did like. Yeah, I like. That's a good one. I did like the. Because Kip, I love Aaron Rule plays Kip. I love him so much. Any scene we could do, I mean, pretty much all the scenes, but when he's just like, you're Kip. And it's just like, oh, no, it's like, stay home and eat all the flippin' chips, Kip. Napoleon, don't be jealous that I've been chatting on lines with babes all day. You're right. Wait, how was this? Like, ding dong. Besides, we both know I'm training to become a cage fighter. You're right, Kip. You have like the worst reflexes of all time. Come down and try and hit me. What? I said, come down here and see what happens when you try and hit me. Such an idiot. Come on, give me your best shot. Bing bong. Oh no, wait, no, and then I go. And then you hit me. Ow. Oh. Bing bong. I'll go get it.
Thanks for
That
giving
was
me.
something like that.
Thank you guys very much.
I could take a hit.
Okay, so this question
gross.
is for John. How long did it take to film the dance scene without you laughing?
How long did it take to film the dancing without me laughing? Well, it wasn't really a funny scene.
Well-
I mean, I took it seriously. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's true. When you're dancing and you're giving it your all as an actor, you're probably not thinking it's
No, you're just like, okay, in order for this to work, I'm just gonna do my best, but I have to remember to keep a serious, like normally when I book you down, there's a little bit of a glint, a little bit of a thief in the twinkle of my eye, whatever that means. But when I'm dancing, when I did that, we did 3 takes. Each one they would just play a funky song and I would dance until I was ready to puke. And then, and it wasn't out of laughter, it was just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die, you guys, give me 3 minutes, take a drink of water. All right, what's next? Let's do Michael Jackson. I danced to that. And then they just kind of put the best spits together. No, the only time I had a hard time not keeping not laughing was the Rex Kwando scene where Kip is getting smacked around. And that was just impossible to keep a straight face. The other scene I forgot about was the Tina, you fat lard scene, where I come out because originally in the script he says Napoleon goes out and he feeds Tina the casserole. There's no lines there, but it was like uncooked tuna helper with breadcrumbs on it, and there was no way that I held it out and the llama would not eat it. And I was just like, come on. And so it was all just improv, eat the food. And throwing food at an animal was really hard to keep a straight face because I love torturing animals in that way. Not physically, just emotionally. And that was a very hard one. I'd be I'd bust up and I'm sorry, I'll try it again. Just ugh. That's why I had to throw the food way out of there, not at the llama.
It's a really long answer.
Yeah. Well, I want to give them their money's worth because this
is a free.
Thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh.
By the way, are those all questions in the back? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do speed questions. Yeah, John and I like to do speed questions.
Where are you going?
So we're gonna ask him questions really fast, and you're gonna answer, and I'm gonna answer fast.
Okay.
Right? Here we go. First question. What's your name?
That's a long.
What? Monique?
Can you still reenact the dance for us?
Dance, Tom. John.
That's not a question, that's a request. He said questions only.
Moving on. Dance.
And then I busted.
My favorite part of that whole dance is when you do this. You go like this, you go.
Yeah, that was the only choreographed part.
I love that. All right.
It didn't go that way.
My name. What do you do?
He's just
My name is
And
Joseph.
Joseph.
Just wanted to know, what do you both prefer, voice acting or actual acting?
The Gentleman's Lounge, over here in Corpus Christi. What do I prefer, voice acting or acting?
Because you can breathe into a microphone.
How's my breath right now? He smells like coffee, and I smell like...
Smells like taco meat.
What do you like,
Do we
John?
like VO better? It depends on the mood. I love doing voiceover because you can just walk in your sweats, and you can scratch yourself, and you can
Never work again.
And never work again. Not in this environment. You're right.
Climate.
And climate. But yeah, I think it's great. But then sometimes I get the itch to literally to put on a costume and get on set, and it's kind of back and forth.
Costume. Good talking to you, Joseph. I didn't answer the question, but I agree with John.
I'm Ethan, by the way.
Hi, Ethan.
I have a question for John.
Sure, excuse me. Here, let me help you with that.
So if you had the chance to do another Napoleon Dynamite, would you take that chance?
Would I take that chance?
Listen to the podcast because I asked him that question.
He gets so pissed about it.
So mad.
Because he's like, he wants one so bad.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be bad. No, I don't know.
Why don't we do a really speedball, fast
Oh, you
forward
want
of our argument about it?
So I don't know, man. I think it would be fun, but it's not my calls. Jared has his call.
So what? Call him up and say you're stupid.
I can't call him because that's uncomfortable. He's the one who created this whole thing.
But you created
It's not
Napoleon Dynamite. It's based on you and your
Yes,
family.
but if I go to him, then it looks desperate and it looks like they've got nothing else
The
to do.
movie was a huge
which is
hit.
the truth.
The movie was a hit.
Yes, but we didn't expect it to be a hit. We made one little thing that nobody knew about, so we were thinking business-minded.
Yeah, now they know about it, and you can do a college movie. A few years later, it goes to college.
But
Maybe it's not going to college.
you're asking us to change our core personalities, and like we are not business people. We are just out there to make people happy.
Screw your core. These are your core, and they want it. Boom. Thank you, Ethan. Come on.
Best shooter of all time here. Michael, have you ever been a...
Are you, hold on, are you recording on 2 phones? Are you shooting a movie here?
She's doing 3D. That's why she has the 2 phones.
What in God's name?
And now it's all gonna be sideways because she was shooting long ways like an idiot.
Oh my gosh. Tron.
It's a live feed to her phone. Oh, now you're sideways. Now you're taking. You have to stop it mid-recording and then turn it sideways. Because then you see those people's videos and it goes up. Oh, I'm supposed to shoot this way. Anyways, way too long.
What was your question again?
Okay, my question was, have you ever been approached to portray Lex Luthor on the big screen?
No, they never even asked me. That's the only thing that pisses me off. I don't mind not playing Lex Luthor. But at least, you know what? Hey, I did it for 7 years. People didn't hate it. Give me an audition. Let me just read and go, that's it. And maybe you might go, wow, he's got a little more intensity. He's not as goofy.
Well, really got to happen is you, Tom, and Christian Bell got to come back and fix this DC Universe thing.
Hey, man,
Kristen Bell, what is she gonna do? In the
Kristen Bell. Krug.
Oh, Kristen Krug.
No, the Batman Christian Bell.
Oh,
Y'all gotta
Christian
keep-
Bale.
Yeah,
Oh,
Christian Bale.
I was like, Kristen
Bell.
Bell. Kristen Bell's gonna play Batman?
No, Robin. Robin.
Robin.
It's all the whole gender thing now.
I'm sweating.
Changed
I
it
have
up.
what's called
I did see
swamp
the- I
ass.
did see
Anyone
the-
else? Raise your hand. Swamp ass.
That's me all the way.
Spock? Swamp ass?
We're talking sticky residue happening down
Your
here.
swamp ass is highly illogical, Mr. Rosenbaum.
It looks like one of those
When
finger.
are you going to have Lionel on the podcast?
He's in New York doing a play. But I will.
Jeez,
Thank you.
grill him about
Bye.
Hi,
What's your name?
Michaela.
Hey, remember when we said we were gonna go like super fast and then we're
Yeah.
taking a half hour each person?
Well, let's go faster now.
With all the issues in politics right now, would you
Won't talk about it.
vote for Pedro?
Oh, would I vote for Pedro?
Yeah!
If he ran,
I vote for Lex Luthor, man!
no, he's gonna destroy the world. Pedro's gonna put some holy symbols around the world.
I just want us to
And he's
love each
gonna bring, what was he's gonna make all the wildest dreams come true. Yes, I would vote for Pedro.
I shaved my head.
Absolutely.
I don't know, I was feeling hot and then I shaved my head.
We know half of his family's across the border, so we have to vote for him.
I love Pedro.
Yeah.
You dance for Pedro.
Hi.
Hi. I have a question for both of you. They're little questions. Okay, so I love you so much in sorority.
Thank you.
Just so you know.
Shorty boy?
Oh my
Get
God,
closer.
you're the best. You're making me pretty
And happy.
happy.
I'm keeping my distance, don't worry.
What was the most uncomfortable part of playing a woman? Or, well, a man playing a woman?
I'll tell you the truth. When I played in Sorority Boys in drag, and then I did a movie called Sweet November in drag, and I played a transvestite. You guys don't even know how much you need to respect women. You really don't even know. Because being a woman, I'm not a woman. But playing a woman, shaving the legs, always thinking you have to look pretty, and putting yourself out there, and doing your hair. You and I wake up and we just scratch ourselves, like you say, and we throw on a pair of sweatpants and a t-shirt. Sometimes we don't even shower. It's easy
Most
for
of the time.
guys,
Yeah.
women, you know? It's like, you know what, why don't you guys start doing that? We got to accept it. But please, my girlfriend, if you're listening, don't do that. Don't listen to
Don't stop showering.
No, it was very difficult to play. You know, we had to get our legs waxed, and I was in so much pain and wearing the heels, and my back hurt. And like one day we're walking.
Heels, I think, is just the worst part of it all.
Oh man, we were
I
walking,
don't know how that.
we're walking after lunch. We're on our way to lunch, and there's some guys from another movie set, probably where Spock is, and they're walking. I can see them ogling, just ogling. Ogling us.
Oogling?
Whatever. And they're staring at us.
Googling them.
They're staring at us and they're like, I can see their heads tilting. They're like, this is what women feel every effing day. Looked at, stared at. And so, of course, when I got close, I went, yeah, what's up, dudes? They're like, oh, shit. So that's what women feel like. Thank you. Next question.
My son and my fiance love Fortnite. Your dance is pretty much exactly in that. How do you feel about that?
I feel cheated and unrespected, and it's called Groove Jam. I mean, like I was telling people before, there's got to be a way to copyright dance moves, right? Because then I would be a thousandaire, okay? It would be awesome, but no. But then you have to work your butt off on Fortnite to unlock it, and I just don't have that kind of patience or pay money. V-Bucks, as they will.
Thank you. Don't cry. Oh my gosh, John, hug her with me.
Yeah, that's not going to help the situation.
I want you to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Time to breathe.
Singing time.
Breathe, breathe.
Let her ask her question.
Helping her breathe.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is a question for both of you. Do you guys ever thought when you first started acting, would you have the biggest impact you had now? Did you think like, oh hey, I'm gonna have all these fans?
Yes.
No, I never thought any of that.
Yeah, me too.
But my acting career kind of started out accidentally, unlike this guy who tried for years. I'm sorry. No, all respect to those who worked their way to where they are, unlike me who found a golden ticket inside of a chocolate
You
bar.
really did.
It was, no, that's what it was. And so I wouldn't say I cheated because it wasn't really what I was asking for. I was in film school, film program at a non-film school, but I love film. I wanted to get into the business, and I liked making films. I was into animation, and I liked acting. But when we made the movie, I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to say no to this opportunity because I just thought it'd be fun, and it was a great script. But I never thought I would have be here now.
And by the way,
with you beautiful people.
John, I'm not going to say this to blow smoke. I swear I know a lot of people, celebrities and stuff, because I've just been doing it a long time. I've never met someone so unaffected by the business. I'm telling you, he's got 4 kids. He has a wife. They just do fun things. They're family oriented, and I only hang out with him not because I like him, which I do like him, but it makes me feel like, I don't know, it feels like family. It gives me hope. I want a family, and he's so grounded that nothing matters but family and friends.
He comes over for home-cooked meals.
Yeah, your wife cooks me meals, and I'm like the loser single guy, and it's like...
The creepy is what some people would say.
Not creepy, I wouldn't say, but creepy to go to a family's house for dinner, maybe.
And the kids are like, oh, Rosenbaum's
Uncle Rico here. But anyway, I will commend you for just always, you are somebody that just got lucky, but you had talent, but you fell into it where I went to school and I tried to be an actor. That's what I wanted to do.
And I will, on the flip side,
You
I
don't
will
have to
say,
do that.
No, I won't, because I normally wouldn't mean it. But, no, but like of all the people, and I've met a lot of people, but I don't have a lot of friends or friends. I like to stick with my family, and that's about it. But when we met, we talked about horror films, and we kind of bonded over that, and then it's just like, I can talk this guy into anything. Is that a weird thing?
No, but you know what's funny is like John and I
can talk to him about anything.
You know what we do? We come to Corpus Christi, and you know what? I get a text at like 6 in the morning before a flight. It's like, bring your trunks. Bring your swimsuit. Because we just want to come and like swim in the pool.
Because I knew we'd all have swamp ass.
Thank you.
I looked at Googled the weather here.
Last question. Okay, so if you guys were in a movie and you were playing brothers, what were your characters be?
Oh, what would our
Your
characters
brothers?
Yes. Who would be the oldest?
The oldest one? Oh, geez, that's a kind of a loaded question. Like, who's
I'm
older?
older by
You are
5
older.
years, 6 years.
But maybe that's the movie. It's about brothers
Step Brothers 2.
who were born in a way where, like, I'm the older one, but he somehow got the gene to make him look old.
I don't know, that's pretty interesting. Maybe it could be like, you know, Chet from Weird Science.
Yeah,
Like, what are you talking about, you idiot? And you're like the
Chet, isn't it?
He hated Weird Science. Anybody ever see Weird Science? Big fan. All right, thank you so much.
So guys, I hate to be the bad news. We got enough for one more question.
All right, watch this real quick. What's your question, Sam?
How was it switching voices between Lex on Justice League?
It was amazing and hard, and I loved Clancy Brown. It was great. It was difficult, but great direction by Andrea Romano. It's my favorite episode.
This is for John. Where was Napoleon Dynamite shot at?
We shot in Preston, Idaho.
Hi.
What was the most difficult part about Napoleon Dynamite?
The most difficult part was the heat and the flies.
John, remember Napoleon Dynamite, the animated series?
Yeah, I remember it.
What's your opinion?
My opinion was great. I wish we'd done more, but it's like a glorified sequel. There you go.
What would you feel about potentially playing a character that was created just for you? Absolutely.
Might be dumb, but what was the plot of Napoleon Dynamite?
Say what?
What was the plot of Napoleon Dynamite?
The plot was this guy helps his friend win a class election, and he's just meandering.
My girlfriend just wanted to see.
Okay.
What? Say it.
You have one?
What was it like working with Will Ferrell?
Working with Will was amazing. He was like a big brother. He was showing me the ways, and except I showed him how to ice skate because he wasn't very good at that.
Should we end with a song? I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking of the right things to say. I know that I'm playing the way I talk. But if you wait around a while, I'll make you fall for me. I promise you I will. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. This has been fun. Selfie with the crowd. Yeah. Everybody stand up. Come on. Look at this. Oh, wow. Everybody, it's like the Walking Dead reunion. It's amazing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more, just us now. All right. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Give it up for my man right here.
Thank you guys. That was fun. Now go get some free lightsabers.